tell you the story of the drunk donkey? Once upon a time, there was this weather woman. You become as a pilot, you stay kind of quiet, but you know you love watching Mike's face. So put your phone headshot on, watch it live on your phone, and drink drunk donkey beer all day. Mike's Rabbit Place. You know he'll be tracking every move that makes. Mike's Rabbit Place. You know he won't let the song get blown away. Is that Blondie Bobby? I think that's Juicy Jerry. Yeah, Mike, throw a party, man.
And all right, what's up, everybody? Hey, let me turn on my computer. I'm live. All right, what's up, everybody? Let me close some windows. I heard my mail go off. We need to close that window. Here's Windows. Let's see. Let's leave it up there. Not a lot to talk about. Tropics are kind of quiet. Do our hellos. Yeah, Lisa, what's up? Fall is in the air. We have cold fronts coming down. Double whammy. Going to be cool weekend for most exciting times, for sure. But we got some weather to talk about, for sure. We have a weird setup going on off of the East Coast, kind of like a nor'easter developing. And we're going to talk about that. And I'm getting weird text here. What the heck's up with that? There we go. Alter. Okay. Cool. All right. So we're on our way to Talladega tomorrow. Or tonight, hopefully. Everything was working great. Everything was going along as scheduled. And then Julie buys all of our stuff at Publix, and the refrigerator's not working. It's like, how could the refrigerator not work? Let me close more windows down. So I'm frantically trying to get a repair guy here. I pulled it out of the wall. It needs a little Freon, needs a little juice. But man, there's always something. Always something. Every year, every camping is always an adventure. For sure. All right, so here's the scoop. Big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Obviously, we mentioned them. They are #1 adult candy store of Mike's Weather Page. ABC Fine Wine and Spirits sponsoring Facebook Lives. I'll be visiting them here in a little bit. I have not yet made it for my Talladega trip. Hopefully today. Today's a busy day for our yearly vacation. So, all right. So here's the tropics. We're going to talk about the tropics. I'll look at some comments. I'll try to follow what's going on. We'll have some fun. Try to read your comments. Keep it going. Keep it light. Not a lot to worry about right now. It is going to get a little interesting, though, for the folks Carolinas northward. Already getting a lot of wind along the Carolina Outer Banks. And here we go. I mean, this is it. We got two little yellow guys and one orange guy. This first guy right here, 10%. This is the system last week we were talking about that slid across, kind of merging with this front. Finally pulling its way out, up and out. I don't know if there's pieces of Karen in it or what. But we've been talking about this general area now for a week plus. And it's very juicy. Even if you look at the official NAC map right here, all this convection is all tied up to like an old front, all this clouds, all this mess. And then we have this little guy out here that's got some serious spinach. And we're looking at all three of these combining into some one big sloppy East Coast nor'easter. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Yeah, it's very windy. Let's take a look at some current winds while we're talking about wind. Here are some current winds off wind alert. And there you go. You can see it. Coastal areas right now, 30s, 40s. Pretty big winds right now. These are constant. Coming in the Outer Banks, 20, 30 miles an hour all the way through Virginia. 30s. So, yeah, very windy already all the way up into parts of Maryland, West Virginia, Jersey. So it's only going to get worse. Let's take a look at what's going on with the models, and then we'll go from, we'll show you some individual stuff. What's up there? Morning, everybody. Hey, Paulette. Yeah, Catherine, we're still talking about the season. Late October, still possible. Season's not over by any means. Western Caribbean is where we're watching this time of year, and don't think this little lull is indication that the season's going to be over. We're just in a little break. All right, so we're going to watch the models here real quick. We got a little bit of energy coming off of Africa. We have this mess here off of the East Coast. We have the Middle Atlantic area. This is going to merge into this coastal area. Maybe something coming off of Africa, still very weak. And then we're watching this Central America gyre area that we talked about a lot yesterday. This could be the next spot to watch middle October. But nothing solid, nothing to worry about. Hey, Don, got your Conehead shirt? Cool, Conehead. Hey, how about the Rays, Dan? Yep. Rays, man, they're holding on by a thin little thread. Can they do it? They're playing at 7 o'clock today because the Yankees changed up the schedule. So now the Rays are playing at 7 o'clock tonight. So here we go. Here's the GFS. This is basically everything in a nutshell. Here's our two lows combining off the East Coast. This is today. They start to develop off of the New England area. Here's our next area that's already orange by the NHC. Watching a little bit of wave action down here. Jennifer, yeah, right now I'm showing you guys. You're going to get winds, possibly some surge. Here's our low pressure setting up, just hanging out really close to the East Coast. Possibly could be named subtropical. Here's our system in the Atlantic getting over, maybe merging with this. So there you go. This is sitting this weekend, Saturday morning, low pressure hanging out right here off of East Coast. None of the models show this going into the land. Good news, but definitely windy, wavy, some coastal flooding, and the possibility of some big rains. The latest rain map here, we'll zoom in on more, but depending on how close this gets to the East Coast, most of the rain I posted last night. This is not going to be a huge rain event for most people. Carolinas, look at this. Your 5-day rain forecast, almost nothing for the Carolinas in the next 5 days. But the extreme tip of Massachusetts here, there's a good chance you guys could get the outer edges of this low pressure and get some pretty hefty rains. So this is the chance right now, depending on where that low sets up. And if you look at, that's pretty good little rains. We're looking at 3, 4, 5, upwards of 6 inches of rain. But as far as the East Coast goes, like up to the Northeast, New England area, winds. All right, so let's go back to the Euro now and see what the Euro is showing. All right, let's fast forward to GFS past 10 days. This is where we look. This is the area we're watching down the road. It's been showing a little formation. This is October 14th. This is next Monday, so it's within 7 days. This is the area we're watching, possibly Western Caribbean. This one shoots across, goes into the Pacific. Every model is something different. One run yesterday, we had this little area go northward. That was, let's see right here. Let's see. I can't even find the run now. I don't know. Yeah, they've been everywhere. See, overnight. There's the overnight run. There's the 00Z. So, I mean, you can't get sold on a model run. I see people share these. It's wow, but there's not enough consistency yet. The general thinking, though, is, this area. This is last night's GFS showing this moisture kind of pulling up from the Bay of Campeche. So just kind of casually think about that the Western Caribbean could be the next spot to watch. And then, of course, we look at Africa, then we'll go to the Euro. This is on tropicaltidbits.com, by the way. Got a link to all these models right here in the upper left of the site, GFS, Euro, CMC, and your HRRRR rapid refresh rain model. And I'll show you that one. So here's the African wave. This is the 6Z, yeah. So the 6Z is still showing energy popping up from the bay, but you know, nothing to worry about. Nothing really strong from Africa, so that's good news for that. Let's look at the Euro, the European model showing this right here. Here's current snapshot today. Two low pressures merge off the New England coast right here. This is this weekend. This is Friday, Saturday. Pulls in energy from the middle Atlantic area. Bermuda is going to get rain Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There's our low pressure hanging off the coast. Here's that next front coming down, and that front's going to push everything out to sea, leaving a nice weekend for most. And then 10 days out, nothing. So that's it. I mean, very, very consistent on this East Coast setup. Now let's look at some winds. Everybody likes to look at winds. Actually, let's use weather.us. I haven't used this one yet in a while. Let's see if it still remembers me, because I paid for it during Dorian. Oh, I'm still logged in. Cool. So let's look at European. I don't know if the rapid refresh will work yet. Let's see. We'll take a look. Yeah, it looks so good. All right, let's see if we can get East Coast. I don't know if I can get East Coast or not. Let's go to Carolina, and we will see if we can get some wind estimates for Carolina folks. And then let's see, winds significant. Let's see, gust. We can look at wind gust. How about that? There's wind gust. All right, there we go. All right, so there's that. We can go forward in time somewhere. Here we go, right here. I haven't used this in a while. There we go. Can I make it smaller? Yeah, we can. Okay, cool. All right, so then we hit play. I don't know how far out it's going to go, though. It's only 1 hour. We can go, hold on. We can go 6 hourly. Now we can go. This is like show and tell. Let's see, 6 hour. Now we can go. Can we hit play? Come on. Play, play, play. Here we go. Okay, it's loading now. All right, so we're going to look at winds. Brittany, what's that? My NC. My what? Weather? What is that all about? I can't get this thing to play. What the heck is going on? What the heck? All right, let's try one more thing. That didn't work out very good. Let's go to the Euro. And let's go to North Carolina again. And then we look at 10 mile, let's see, wind gust. There's wind gusts. And then that's it. All right, so then we can go in time. Let's see. We'll fast forward now. Yeah, I'm not gonna be live. This is it for a couple days. I'm going to Talladega tomorrow, hopefully with a cold refrigerator. I don't like that site. I can't figure that one out. Let's go to the trusty old weather model site here. All right, so we're looking at wind gusts for Carolina. Everybody's wanting to know Carolina. We're going to go Carolina northward. Again, it's not a rain event we're talking about this weekend. It's definitely going to be windy. Here we go. All right, so let's look at winds. This is what to expect. Carolina's already getting winds now, but here we go. As we go out in time, there you go. There's the heaviest winds. So the good news is the heaviest winds are north of North Carolina. So tomorrow, if you're in the Outer Banks, a lot of people ask about the Outer Banks. So we're looking at winds tomorrow, close to 40 miles an hour. Nothing too crazy. So that's good. Yesterday it was a little closer to the coast, so not a major event for the Carolinas according to the latest Euro map, which is good. Let's go a little bit farther north now. Let's go to New Jersey. We don't talk about New Jersey very much. And we'll see what they say. And we got to reset. New Jersey, home of Mike's Mike subs. What are they called? Jersey Mikes. I love Jersey Mike subs, but they're so much damn money, man. Why are they? They're like double the price of Subway. Public subs, God, can't beat that. All right, here's New Jersey. All right, so you can see the wind starting to pick up. This is New Jersey, 40, 45, 50, possibly along the coast. Definitely, now we'll have to go to Massachusetts now. This is on Thursday night, so probably just would have been easier to just show the East Coast. Here's the Northeast. Let's look at the Northeast. All right, this is a little easier than every state. All right, so there's our coastal low. You can actually see it got a little eye-like feature. Could be named, who knows? I mean, we could have a subtropical system here. And the big winds definitely coming into north of Jersey here. We could have hurricane gusts, no doubt. I mean, we could definitely get some big winds as our system pulls out. So, I mean, that's really it. Didn't look as. Let's see, one more map. We can look at the whole picture, and then we'll look at rain. Here's a total. Let's look at the 5-day rains, just for fun. This is kind of what the pattern is. We go forward in time. Here is the next 24 hours. You can see the stalled front down here in Florida. This is leftover front coming down right now. This is due tomorrow. 5-day rains. Here's our next front coming down Friday. You can see that this tropical mess here developing off the coast. Actually, let's go to 24-hour rains. A little easier to see the pattern. I like looking at these rain maps because you can actually see the progression of a system, and then it erases the 24-hour rain after 24 hours. So here's 24-hour rains. There's a front down in Florida hanging around. So there's your Tuesday, Wednesday rains in Florida lingering. So the Florida Peninsula is going to be off and on rains the next couple of days. Here's our system setting up off the Carolina coast. You can see the rains right there. I'm kind of rocking it back and forth, but we can definitely get parts of New England here to get 5, 6, 7, 8 inches possibly. But the core of the system is staying off the coast, and not going to be a huge rain event. Maybe coastal, but the big thing, and here's that next front coming. There's the next front. This is over the weekend, and we're going to have tremendously cooler weather as this system passes through the southeast. Exciting times for the southeast as we got our first sign of fall for many. So the first cold front we're getting right now isn't the big one. The second one, here's tomorrow morning, or today's forecast. Let's see tomorrow morning's forecast. So tomorrow morning we're looking at 60s, maybe some low 70s in the middle of Florida. The big front's coming over the weekend. Here it comes. You can see the blues start to come up on Friday. There it is. This is Saturday morning. Saturday morning we got 30s and 40s already dipping into parts of the southeast here. And then, of course, Sunday morning is the cool morning for most, as our blue line dips 50s and 40s, middle Georgia, Bama, Mississippi, northward. And we could have low 60s into parts of middle Florida on Sunday morning. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get some 50s reported in middle Florida this Sunday morning. This week coming up. So look at this. No one misses out on this weekend's front. So fire pit weather for sure. Cool times for me going to Dega. That's cool. All right, so yeah, make sure you turn your heaters on. This little guy in the Middle Atlantic is Invest 91, by the way. This is that orange area the NHC has highlighted. This guy right here. This is the orange guy. That would be this guy right here is now Invest 91. And it is expected to turn up into our two areas here and somewhat right here kind of merge. So anyway, what's up, Jim? Moorhead, you got a little rain? Yeah, not a lot though. Not a lot of rain coming. 7-day rain map, or 5-day rain map tells a tale. Right here, 5-day rain map. This is the next 5 days of accumulated rains. South Florida to the peninsula, stalled front. Carolinas, Georgia, very, 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 very little. And then possibly New England gets this tropical juice here on the extreme tip of Massachusetts and up in that neck of the woods. Maybe some into Jersey and New York, Delaware maybe. So, yeah, cool. Gene, I know. Well, who needs a refrigerator, right? But my wife, you know how women are. You women out there, it didn't go as planned. She got all the food yesterday and absolutely went nuts when the fridge wasn't working. So the hard part is at least the compressor's working. I just need a recharge. So hopefully we can get it done. Hey Zanny, yes, I checked that. First time we ever went camping in Daytona, like in 2006. The heater didn't work. The propane had a air in the line or something. I don't remember, but I was out there in the middle of the night trying to flip between tanks, and it was so cold, and it rattled so loud. It was the biggest piece of crap camper we ever bought, and the heater rattled. There you go. Hey Charles, how does Louis feel? Yeah, we got a typhoon. Japan, yeah, we do have tropics on the other side of the world here. Let's take a look. It's Hagibis. I think that's how you pronounce it. Here's Hagibis. Very impressive looking satellite imagery. Here's a look at it. This is heading close to Japan. This is a current super typhoon right now out in the it's called Hagibis, and it's currently tracked to go really close to making landfall, 926 millibar. So pretty strong. The actual, he didn't have the Japan. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, here's the official forecast. Maybe going to Tokyo now. A little bit more bendage. This is over in Japan, Tokyo, 90 knots. So we could have a Tokyo hurricane in about 4 days. 3-4 days, it's going to get close. This is a slight weakening. It's 135 knots right now. It's going to go to 140 knots. Super typhoon. That's cruising wind speeds. Gusts to 170 knots. But it is expected to weaken a little bit on approach to Japan. And that would be just about 4 days from now, nearing Tokyo. So they have weather on their side of the world. Hey Kathy, yeah, you what are you guys talking about? Shaving legs. Hey Kathy, so you're in Missouri, right? So the funny Florida joke is that only in Florida you turn the heat on in the morning and the AC on at night. Danielle, super typhoon is just the wind speed, kind of like a major hurricane is over here. It's just a classification they use when winds are above a certain threshold. Yes, red tide is back at parts of the Gulf Coast, which is odd. Saw a bunch of news on that. It's all over the news. Yep. See if we can find a current imagery on who's got it. This might be live. I don't know if this is live or not. This is Coastal Science NOAA. This is 8/31. No, man. See, some of this stuff's so hard to find current data. Let's say current. Let's just put current. Let's see if Google is smart. Current. Nah. See, a lot of these are old links, man. 2018. But anyway, red tide's in the news again. Not good. Let's see what else is cooking. Showers, yep, showers today. Here's the radar. Florida's off and on rains. Stalled out front. You can see the front lined up right here. Here you go. Most of the rains fizzled before the Carolinas. We talked about that a couple of days ago. Definitely fizzled before the Carolinas. Slight cooler weather behind it. Not going to make it to Florida this time around, but this secondary front this weekend is going to come through and bring the cool weather to Florida. So Florida, you're not going to miss out on any of this fun stuff. But you're going to be wet the next couple days. Okay, let's see, Daniel. Not sure. Oh man, yeah, Colt. I'm sure there's a lot of firewood that neck of the woods. Halloween. Hey, what's up, Stephanie? So yeah, let's see. All right, well, there you go. Windy day. Here's 38. Who's that? Somebody's got a 38 mile an hour sustained wind. That's Chesapeake Light Tower. Nobody's hanging out. There's some buoys out there. But definitely windy in the Outer Banks, you know. Coastal winds, guaranteed. Let's see. We can look at some Outer Banks webcams. See if we got any good ones we can look at. What kind of winds they're getting right now? If it's live right now, might be live. Yeah, there you go. Got some winds out there in the Outer Banks. Definitely getting in the waves. Okay, what's up, Stephanie? No, okay, so down the road we're yeah, one more Louis look. Down the road we're just casually watching Western Caribbean. That's just the spot to watch this time of year. Nothing's showing up enough to worry about. Let's take a look at the long range ensembles for the Euro. Then we'll look at GFS ensembles. Here's your 10 days. Okay, so your next 10 days on the ensembles. Very weak signatures down here from most of the actions on the Pacific side. When we get this juicy pattern here in the Central America, either we usually get Pacific storms. Sometimes we get a crossover storm. Sometimes we'll get a storm on our side. Right now the models are saying more of a chance on the Pacific side. Here's all this mess up here that we're watching that the Euro's picking up on. But like I said, almost zero chance of this thing going inland. And here's our next African wave. So those are the spots to watch the next 10 days. This all makes sense. Anything coming off of Africa likely will spin up into the Atlantic this time of year, but we'll see. And then we'll look at some overnight ensembles here by the GFS, see what they say for 10 days. Here's your next 10 days from the GFS. Weak signature down here. There's our African wave. And multi-model shows the same thing. So good model here. This is the GFS Euro ensembles, basically showing you the same thing. We could have development on either side of Central America and maybe coming off Africa. But hey, man, it's good news. There's really not a lot. I mean, this news right now is going to be Carolina North. Let's take a look. This is a big mess. Look at this. Oh man, it's bubbling up. Didn't even notice that. So there's look at that guy. Holy cow! I didn't even notice that big blob. Bobby Blobby back. Yeah, Bridget. Lots of wind coming in off of the Atlantic the last couple weeks. Frying pan webcam. Yeah, we'll take a look at that. That's always a fun one to watch. They out there right off the Outer Banks. Let's take a look. See what it's looking like. Oh, that's beautiful right now. Look at that.
Did you know the frying pan tower?
Nah, that's an old video. Somebody's talking.
We're still proud to fly the American.
Why is it not showing up? Because that was a different website. Here's the webcam. Oh shit. There we go. There's the winds. It's Outer Bank winds right now. This is live webcam action. And it's going to get a lot worse in the next day. So, nothing too crazy out there right now. But this is the current situation off the Gulf here. We got big old blobby mess. This is all going to end up merging together. And be a little trouble for the East Coast as far as winds and waves. There you go. Kind of see the front. See this all this action's pushing. Lots of shear. Development chances will be low until that shear relaxes. All that'll happen up here off of New England. But right now we just have this front coming down, all this wind pattern shooting all this energy up through the Gulf Stream. Interesting. It's close to home, yes, but not developing as far as something to worry about on the East Coast. Here's a good shot. This windy map here from Knoll School shows you the front. Great imagery showing where that front is right now currently. There's our frontal boundary, and all kinds of instability here off the coast of Florida, right above here. This is just all front basically, and big old juicy mess. Here's that system in the Atlantic. It definitely has more spinach, and look at that, it's all connected. This is crazy. That was the one, Alexis. Yep. Okay, correct, Lisa. I said Outer Banks, but to me, everything's the East Coast. Thanks, Ben. Meant to say winds. You're correct. So, but anyway, there we go. Everything's connected here. We got the crazy weather pattern right now. Nothing is staying still. That's for sure. Anyway, all right. Yeah, North Carolina, I know. let's do a little history lesson here, frying pan. I show it every time. Let's pull it up on Google Earth and see exactly. Here we go. All right, so here you go. Why isn't it showing? It says located North Carolina. What the heck is going on here? Okay, that didn't work out too good. Oh, well, they're showing it right here. Well, there we can try right here. There it is. Okay. South of the Outer Banks. There it is. Is that correct? It's close enough. Okay, I learned something new. Every live session, I learned something new. I learned how to pronounce a word. Now I learned the exact location of the frying pan tower that we've been using for years. Hey, Sean, no, the secondary front coming is likely going to cool everybody off in Florida. Definitely looks like we're going to get that front. Yep, that's it, Amy. Cool, we got it. Look at that. This is more than just a weather page. It's a geography class. There you go, Dave. Typhoon approaching Japan will move up and around and become a factor in our northwest. I don't know about that. I have to look. All right, so there's the frying pan camera. Cool. And then let's look at some surface maps. Here is Friday. Here's our front. Here's our next front. And, well, it doesn't show a pass, but it's definitely bringing cooler weather to Florida. Everybody should feel the front come Sunday morning, so that's good. All right, what else you guys chatting about? So yeah, listen, let me find Louis too. I don't even know where he went. We took his bed away because it's in our suitcase ready to go. But I'll go get Louis. He's not gonna come because he's sleeping. Come here, Louis. Louis, where? I know he's giving me that FU look, if you know what I mean. Hey, what's up, Todd? Racetrack forecast. I think we might have light rain this weekend on the, let's see, Talladega. See what the official forecast is from the National Weather Service. 20% chance Saturday. See that front that's coming down is going to be drying up for the south. So doesn't look like any rain for Talladega, but this is what we got. We got 46 degrees Saturday night. Oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. That is going to be scary. I'm going to have to bring out the jacket. Scary. Let me go get Louis now. Come here, Louis. Come on, buddy. What are you doing? You know what time it is? think he knows what time it is because he rolled over on the bed and he was like kicking. All right, so there we go. Yeah, I need to get in our bed, Dawn. There we go. There's Louie. Say hi, everybody. Can you wave? I swear when he was a baby, I waved to him one time in the cage and I thought he waved back. Right, Louie? See if you can wave. Can you wave? Wave. There you go. So anyway, I got so I had my 4G hotspot that we used last year doing Michael, my international hotspot. So yeah, I make up words. Formage. Is that a word? Formage? Louis needs a hoodie. He looks like Snoop Dogg. So I'll be streaming live, no doubt. No worries. I got the laptop. We'll be doing anything that happens. Yeah, we're gonna have a fire pit, Danielle, no doubt. Julie made Jello shots. I'm proud of her. Problem is, Jello shots when you drink as much as I do, the Jello shots don't even do anything. Ooh, he's slipping. Come here, buddy. Come here. Oh boy. All right. So say bye, Louie. Got him a little excited there, if you know what I mean. Snoop Louie. All right, well, that's it. Things are good. So we're going to watch this little coastal development. Here's the official NHC map. Just in case you're tuning in, things to look at. Big old sloppy mess here. This low pressure here, low pressure here. This is going to form together. This is all tied into like a front. This little guy is going to whoops around. Bermuda probably going to get some rain out of it, but development doesn't look very likely. So if anything, we're going to get a big subtropical system up here, like a nor'easter set up toward the end of the week. Could be named. So that's what we're watching. Right? There you go. That's what we're looking at. And that's kind of a blob. I called it Triple Dipper last night. This is Triple Dipper. Somebody said to name it. So we officially named this little blob. Actually, it's not Triple Dipper yet. Triple Dipper is going to be what happens. This is a little blob off of the east coast of Florida. Look at that. Crazy, huh? It's been a year of the blobs. That's a big blob. Ricky Bobby. Mike, Bob. Yeah. Bob, we've had some rapid intensifying hurricanes the last few years, no doubt. You know, these things pop up quick, you know. That's why you always got to watch tropics. Right now, luckily, I don't see much out there to stress about at all. So here's a good shear map. Lots of shear in the upper atmosphere. That's all tied in with this front. So all this stuff the NHC is highlighting is very low risk as far as the development. All it's going to do is be like a nor'easter to the northeast. Hey Linda, if it was me, I wouldn't be changing any plans at all. It just might be rough and bumpy. But as far as winds, North Carolina, or New York, I wouldn't worry about it yet if it was me. Let's take a look, see what kind of winds New York expecting to get. Oh, let's see. Come on. Click. Okay, New York City. And you better not be a Yankee fan, by the way. I do not do special requests for Yankee fans. Unless they get beat by the Rays. All right, here's the winds coming in. Oh, yeah, no, New York. I wouldn't. No, it's going to be extreme coastal event at this point for the big winds. So, yeah, there you go. Cool. All right. Well, Carol, Florida's going to be spotty rains the next couple of days. winds coming in. I think I got another cool wind map. I think. Let me see. I think I linked it. Yeah, remember this site? This is like the first original Knoll School site. This one. Remember this one? This was like years ago. But there you kind of see the winds coming in off the coast over here, off of Florida. And then here's the big winds coming down because our front's out here. I like this map better though. This one kind of shows you surface winds. Here's surface winds. And there's a good map showing the surface winds currently. And that's why the Outer Banks are getting winds. All this frontal boundary right now, we got big winds coming across East Coast coming down. So northeast winds shooting south, crashing into the Florida eastern Cape Canaveral north. Even getting windy out in the Gulf. Look at this, all the way into coastal Texas. I bet you guys are feeling it down southern Texas right now. So cool. All right, yeah, Sarah, we got our kissing booth. So real short and sweet. We have Louie gonna be raising money for hurricane animal rescue. I did a flyer. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Show you guys what I did to show you. Let's see if it's under pictures, weather. And then a week from Friday, we're doing our beer reveal at the Troubled Waters Brewery. That'll be more information on that, on times. We're going to be doing a live weather show. On that. Let me see if I'm trying to find my Louis graphics. I don't know. I printed. Oh, here's one. This is KB6. All right. So we got this one to look at. All right. So here's the flyer I made. Big old flyer. Oh, there's the kissing booth. Not that one. This one. That one. Okay. So here's the big poster I had made. So we're doing all the money that Louis gets kissing at the kissing booth goes to the Humane Society Disaster Relief for Animals. And they have a great webpage showing you everything that they've done over the last couple of years. So it's an animal emergency rescue fund. So that's pretty cool. That's what we're doing. And then here's the other sign I had made. And of course, I'll be streaming live. I'll show everybody these cool pictures. It'll be a lot of fun. Maybe if I don't get we don't get craziness. So all right, that's cool. I guess I'm done. My windows are closed. I'm done. Hey Casper, what's up, bud? Teresa, I love Brad Kozlowski and probably Ryan Blaney. Yeah, Red Tide, Alexis in the news. Yeah, cool, man. All right. Yeah, it's not over till it's over. I have a feeling that we'll still have some action in October. So, cool beans. All right. Well, I got to pack, and I'll be streaming live. Last year we were streaming live. If any of you guys remember, you booked a hotel, Lynn. Oh my goodness, holy cow. Debbie, what do you get for $10? Well, you get to take Louie in the motorhome for 5 minutes. No. Cool. All right. Well, things are good. Have a great day, and watch for our mobile lives from Talladega. So, see you then. Bye.